Hello, how are you doing today? Welcome to another session of Diego's Fine Art Adventures. Of course, this is a test video. We're waiting for Agoria Days to actually kick up their platform, but I've been getting lots of practice by making these little videos. Today I'm going to do a little bit of painting today with this particular piece of artwork. It's a paper mache work. It no longer looks like a paper mache work. It almost looks like a piece of ceramic, but it's not ceramic. It's actually just paper mache. And I'm doing a little bit of painting, but I actually do not do any painting with a brush. I'm doing painting with a sponge. Sometimes I use an airbrush too, but today I'm just using, I like sort of low tech, sort of using a sponge a little bit. And I've taken some areas and made them dark. Now I'm going to take some areas and make them a little lighter. Thus I'm going to use a sponge. I like the effect the sponge gives it. It's sort of very soft, very, very soft color that you can only get with a sponge or with a actually with the airbrush. But sometimes I don't feel like using the airbrush. Maybe use a little bit of airbrush. Sometimes I get a little bit tired of hearing the noise and all that sort of stuff. So there we go. Sort of dabbling it on. That's all I'm going to do today. This particular piece. There you go. That's what I've done. I've actually applied that with a, not with a brush, but with a sponge. So you can easily make this yourself or buy that. It is a sponge that has been adhered onto a wooden platform or a wooden stick. And I simply dab it onto my palette until I get a consistency that I like. And then after that point, I simply paint it onto the surface of whatever surface I like. And it often gives a little very smoky, sort of an interesting pattern to it, which is sort of hard to describe, but it's very nice, I think, and I like it. So, and it goes particularly well with my iconography. So, people often think, and they look at my work, and think I've used an airbrush. I don't actually. I haven't. So every now and then I use an airbrush, not as often as people think. And then we're looking at this particular piece. And now it's just looking less and less like a paper mache, rather. It's looking more like a piece of ceramic or something like that. It's going to actually, I think it's going to be a very nice piece when it's done. There it is. And that's pretty much the end of today's art session. Again, this is a test session done for Agoria Days. So we'll end the session with this little sign there. End of art session. Other than that, please have yourself a pleasant day. And I've had a wonderful day today. Hope you have a wonderful evening. Good night.